Hi, people on YouTube.
Stop
We're
recording.
Yes, we are.
Speech off.
This is Megan, and Thomas is on FaceTime with me.
Hey, good evening, everybody.
I'm going to talk about kind of a sensitive topic tonight. So please, I don't know. Yeah, nice comments, but also this is personal to me, and it's really hard, and I just want to address it because about how many months ago now? 3 months ago? I'm just guessing. I did a video, and this is the first time I've talked with Thomas, by the way, about this, but he's open about mental health, so it's good to talk about. But I did a video on depression and what it looks like and everything. That was hard, but I did it, and I hope that it will bring more awareness. But there are also physical signs to depression, too. And a lot of, now, I know I'm in my jammies, and I'll put this on my iPad so you don't see me, but yes, I call them my depression clothes. A lot of people think that if you're depressed, just exercise and eat and listen to nice music and you'll feel better. And that's partly true, but there's also, if it's affecting you a lot, there's also things you need to do, like take medication, go to therapy. I'm just going to hold this. And it all works together. In fact, sometimes the best thing you can do is just talk to somebody. But you got to find someone who understands and listens, and that can be tricky. So you do what you can, and you get through it. And it's different for everybody. I would never tell anyone, what I need to prescribe them or what they need to be prescribed, because it's different for every single person. But having said that, depression can do a lot of things to your body and make a lot of changes happen. For example, one obvious change is weight gain. And now weight gain could happen, I understand, from the certain medications you take. And it could also happen, obviously, if you have postpartum depression, it could happen maybe a little bit after you're pregnant and have your child, things like that. But this is hard because when I bring this up, I also have anxiety, and in the past I've kind of been, I don't want to know what the word is, teased, ridiculed, laughed at about it. And I don't like when this is a sensitive topic for me, but sometimes when I'm really depressed, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to do YouTube videos, and I don't want to do anything. And I've had thoughts before of not wanting to live. And sometimes, because obviously, like, it doesn't make sense. I'm not so unwell that I would think I'm just gonna just throw everything all away now, right? But sometimes it's hard to escape the pain and think about it. And sometimes what I do is I just lie in bed a lot. And when you lie in bed, and you wake up and you eat, and you lie in bed and you wake up and you eat, your body, obviously doesn't digest properly as it would if you were walking around and walking outside and running around and having fun, and you can gain weight. It's really hard. And when you gain weight, sometimes it really affects you. I mean, it's fine, like we were saying, you can accept your appearance, you can accept how you look, and that's a whole different thing. But when it starts to affect you and doesn't feel good, that's concerning. And it's easy to think about, let's exercise, let's eat better. And it's good, it helps you. But if it's all that you do, and you just say, oh, it's just a phase, you don't need to talk about it, you just need to get over it and just eat right. And exercise right. And pretend it's nothing. That's not healthy either. So I always say there should be a balance. There are physical signs. For example, weight gain. And if it feels uncomfortable, it can affect you. It can hurt you. It can feel like you're bloated or like you're really tight-chested. And then you have trouble breathing in your chest sometimes, right? And it can really affect you if you don't get the kind of help and the kind of support that you need. And that can just be talking over coffee with a friend and telling them how you feel. But if you don't have that and these things go unchecked, it can really lead to a lot of dangerous symptoms. So I'm just saying, to bring awareness to it and to say that you don't have to feel alone and that you don't feel alone and everything like that. But there's also things like when I started to be depressed, I was much younger. I was a teenager, which was about maybe 15, 16 years ago. You know, this hasn't been an easy journey for me. And when I started out, I would physically feel very sad about a lot of things. And you know, they say that there's, it's heartache. Oh, it's heartache. Well, it is an emotional thing to have heartache, but you can also feel it in your gut, in your heart, and in your chest. If that makes sense, in your soul, and it hurts. And if you bottle up your emotions, you will physically feel it if you keep bottling them up and bottling them up. Eventually, your body's going to say, hey, there's something here that's not addressing, and if you're not going to talk about it, I'm going to give you just a little bit of, discomfort and pain so that you will address that and then address what's happening. So it's really tough. And just to summarize here, there are also things that happen like, I just want to make sure, are you still there, Thomas? Are you still there with us? Yes. So there are also things that happen like, you might feel dizzy, you might feel very tired. And people are like, why are you so tired? Because you're sad, and so you sleep during the day, and then you're awake at night, which obviously throws off your sleep patterns. And it's easy to say, oh, you'll be fine, you have so much to live for, stay awake, exercise, do well, but if you don't have those people to talk to, it can be really tricky. So depression, what I'm saying is, like, I can't think of right now everything, but basically depression, is mental and emotional, but it also shows itself physically. You might be tireder. Your back, I've heard of this happening, this hasn't happened to me, but your back might ache for no reason. You might feel bloated or dizzy or in pain a little bit. You might feel like crying all the time, and the floodgates just want to open all the time, and you don't know why. You might feel very worried, and then you might feel very anxious and things like that. And obviously, as I said before, sometimes your appearance can change. But if you get the right kind of help, and you have the right kind of support, and you talk to people, and you do your best to be positive and attract positive people and spread joy and find joy, you will get better. And it takes time. It's not a quick fix. It's not, if I take this pill, or I exercise, or I eat this granola bar, or I drink this protein shake, I'll just be better. At least not for a lot of people. Maybe 1% of the people in the world, and if that's true for you, good going. But, it is physical as well as mental. And this is hard to talk about sometimes, especially with other people that you just kind of open up to. But I wanted to bring Thomas here because he and I talk about mental illness a lot, and he likes to be included in the videos. But it is something I struggle with, you guys, is, I do have, I wouldn't act on them all the time, but I do have dark thoughts, and it's really tough, because if you tell anyone that, sometimes they'll start to cry, and they'll be like, oh, you have oh no, and it's just something you gotta check, and it's something you gotta talk about and think about and be okay with. And that's all I can say for tonight, really. I'm really glad I can be honest on here, and this is a place to reflect and do positive things. So to end on a positive note here before we do the channel subscriptions, I just want to say, it's not always like this. There is help and hope, and you can exercise and do what you need to do. But I have days when I feel great. Yesterday I had these spurts of energy, and Thomas and I don't know, I think we posted on YouTube, we told scary stories for like 3 hours, and it was the best thing in the world. So
not yesterday. We didn't do a video yesterday. We did a video on Tuesday night.
On Tuesday night, right. But this was a week of telling scary stories and having fun. So it's not all bad, and it's kind of got its merits. But again, just there are people to talk to. I heard once, there's always somebody at least 10 feet in front of you to talk to. What I'm saying is, don't be afraid to talk to people, and don't let it get so bad that that you can't talk to people. I'll always feel open to talking to somebody. And Thomas, would you like to do the channels for us, please?
First, I want to say, and I've said this on my channel before, and this is very important. It's when somebody has a mental illness or depression and anxiety, it's really important that you support them.
Yeah.
Emotionally, it's and physically if you can be with them physically. But if you can't, and what I mean by supposed to support them physically, I mean give them a hug. If you can't support them physically, then support them emotionally. That's one of the best things you can do for somebody who has some depression and anxiety.
And really listen to them and what they need. Don't just chuck advice at them, because sometimes the advice you give people isn't always the advice that they need, and they know what they need best. And that's a hard lesson I had to learn, but it's true.
Now, the channel. So you can check out, well, first of all, check out this channel because, this YouTube channel is an amazing channel.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And then you can check out my channel if you'd like to. I talk about different things on my channel. I do different things on my channel. My channel is not designated just to one thing. I do many things on my channel, and I talk about many things on my channel. My channel name is my first and last name, Thomas Acasella. My last name is spelled Acocella, and you can subscribe to my channel if you'd like. And please give this video a like and a thumbs up if you'd like to, and only nice comments, please. Also, you can check out my good friend Nikki Wunderlich's channel. She talks about things like mental illness, and she talks about mental illness and blindness and many other awesome things.
And that's Nikki Wunderlich, Wunderlich.
Thank you so much. And two more. Depression to Expression is a great YouTube channel for people who have mental illness. And Yellow Brick Cinema. Definitely check that YouTube channel if you want to. You can listen to different music on that channel. You can listen to music for meditating, music for studying, and you can listen to deep sleep music. So that is that.
All right. Thank you guys for listening. Life can be full of ups and downs and turbulent times, and sometimes you're sitting there on your couch depressed and not wanting to move, but even on your couch there's always a friend to talk to, and even your friends are only a thought away. So have some gratitude.
Or your significant other.
I shan't forget about Thomas. He's my significant other, and he's one of the greatest people in the entire universe. In fact, I'd go so far to say as he's the greatest Thomas that I've okay. He's great. Anyway, guys, keep your heads up. Eat your vegetables. Talk to people if you need to. You are not alone. And always, always remember, keep going up. Take care, and I will talk to you later.
Speech on. Stop recording.